Take this course and you'll learn to use video quality metrics to produce the best possible video quality at the lowest possible bitrate. Hi, I'm Jan Ozer. I'm a streaming consultant, a contributing editor to Streaming Media Magazine, and the author of Video Encoding by the Numbers, where I explore how to use video quality metrics to identify the optimal encoding parameters for H.264, VP9, and HEVC encoded videos. As an encoding professional, you make many critical decisions to optimize the quality and bandwidth efficiency of your video. If you're like me when I first started out, you make those by comparing your videos from side to side, which is time-consuming and imprecise. Then I started using objective quality metrics for my consulting projects, books, and articles, which really enhanced my decision-making and ability to convey and justify my conclusions to readers and clients. Briefly, video quality metrics like PSNR, SSIM, VMAF, and SSIMPLUS predict how subjective viewers will evaluate digital videos. Large encoding shops like Netflix and Facebook use video quality metrics to guide day-to-day encoding decisions, to optimize their encoding configuration, and to compare codecs and compression tools. This course teaches you how to do the same. This course has 6 major sections. In Section 1, you'll learn introductory concepts like what metrics are, how they compare, and about rate distortion curves and BD rate computations. Then you'll meet the metrics covered in this course, VMAF, SSIMPLUS, PSNR, and SSIM, and learn how they work, how they differ, and how to interpret their scores. You'll also learn how to use metrics to make key encoding-related decisions. In Section 3, you'll learn how to plan your tests, covering issues like clip selection and configuration, and what tuning for PSNR and SSIM are, and when to tune your clips. You'll also learn how to encode your files to produce rate distortion curves and BD rate computations. Then come tutorials on how to compute various metrics with tools like FFmpeg, the Moscow State University Video Quality Measurement Tool, the SSIMPLUS VOD Inspector, the Hybrik Media Analyzer, and Netflix's open-source VMAF master. You'll also learn how to use FFmpeg to make the conversions necessary to input files into certain tools. Section 5 takes you to Microsoft Excel, where you learn how to create rate distortion curves and BD rate functions. The final section is the application section, where you learn to apply what you've learned. The first tutorial in that section is choosing the best bitrate control technique, which is kind of a template for how to evaluate any configuration option that you might use for any particular codec or encoder. Next up is finding the best quality encoding time setting for your encoder. Here we look at the X.264 presets, but really you should apply this to any codec that you use or any encoder that you use that has an encoding time quality trade-off, and they all do. So if you're starting work with HEVC or with AV1, you want to start here, figure out what the best preset is, and then move on from there. The next 2 deal with per title encoding and per category encoding. Here you learn how to create an encoding ladder for a single file, and here you learn to evaluate categories as to whether or not they're appropriate for a per category encoding ladder or a separate ladder for that category. And then here we look at choosing the best codec for live transcoding, and this details all the decisions that I made regarding test clips, encoding parameters, subjective tests, objective tests, and presentation for an analysis of hardware transcoders, both H.264 and HEVC, that I presented at Streaming Media East in 2019 and that I wrote up in an article for Streaming Media Magazine. After taking the course, you'll know which metrics to use, how to encode your files for optimal testing, how to compute the metrics, and how to use and present the data to make the best possible encoding decisions.